Someone else that has just had a lot of time on their hands and has been going back and forth with one of my favorite basketball players, who also happens to be a rapper, is Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless and Damian Lillard have been going through a little tuffle, if you will. Damian Lillard, first of all, dropped about like 50 plus points on the Mavericks' ass right before we started the podcast.
Yeah, area, stand up, man.
My guy
Uptown.
dropped bombs on the Mavericks. It was a really close game. It was 133 to 131. I never said that his team was my favorite. I was just saying he's one of my favorite players. So I like watching him, and I like following what he's doing. Really quickly, just to touch on what they're kind of like beefing about. Supposedly, Skip and him had a phone conversation, and Skip said a couple of things, and Damian brought it up, and Skip said that he never said that. And so even today, like, Skip was just like, today I have my response to Damian Lillard. But what Skip don't know is that Damian Lillard got bars, and he'll drop them on his dumb ass. So if y'all see a Skip Bayless diss track come up, listen, know where you heard it first. Right here on the Ambition Hour podcast, because listen, what I did, the main reason why I wanted to bring this up was not just to highlight that, but I also wanted to highlight the fact that as media people, and as even like the sports commentators, and like what the job that Skip Bayless and like Stephen A. Smith, Kerry Champion, we have Taylor Rooks, and Shan Sharp. There's just so many people who have just done great things as far as the media goes, and
Michael Wilbon. Sorry, I love him.
Exactly. Yes, Michael Wilbon. Oh my God. And R.I.P. to Stuart Scott. Yeah.
Too soon.
Yeah,
it's
and
been like 5 years.
just like these people, they have just done so much, and it's funny because everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but sometimes these athletes, they fight back. They're not gonna hold their tongue, especially when you're from the Bay Area. Like, shit ain't sweet around here, homie, and that's what happened with Damian. So
but if you push, you gotta be able to get pushed back.
Exactly. And then I feel like it is their job. It's part of the job. When you're an athlete, you're going to be judged. You're going to be talked about. They're going to talk shit about you. They're going to say that, your jumper is whack. They're going to say that, oh, the only reason why he made this amount of points was because I got him mad. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm pretty sure, I haven't seen Twitter yet, but I'm pretty sure, like, Skip is feeling that type of way. Like, oh, I got him mad. So, listen, mad or happy, I'm pretty sure Dame was gonna drop that many bombs, because he's a beast, bruh. Like, if you've never seen him play, or you don't know who I'm talking about, like, and you're not into basketball like that, like, I do recommend it. Like, basketball is back. I haven't been watching it because I just don't
TV.
Yeah, like, I don't watch cable TV like that either. Like, I don't even got cable in my room. So if I gotta go to the living room now, like, I'm not doing all that. So yeah, so it's just so many different things. You know what I wanted to bring up too is baseball. Have you seen a baseball game, Huv? My dad,
no.
My dad, yeah, I didn't either.
Sorry.
My dad likes to watch baseball because that's one of his favorite sports, of course, and obviously he's a ESPN man. So
and he's our dad.
Yeah, and he's our dad. So what else is he gonna watch? And so I was watching the games, and it was weird because they have it like how they have the basketball games with like the cardboard cutouts. But the thing is that with the basketball games, since where they have it, it's not a big space. So it doesn't look ridiculous like the baseball games do, because with the baseball games, it's like only the first couple of rows of the, what is it? Is it a stadium? A ballpark.
A ballpark, yeah.
Yeah,
it could be a stadium.
Yeah, the first rows like of the stadium, they have like the cardboard boxes, but then it's just like sections of empty ass seats. And that's just trippy. It's just like, don't nobody want to see y'all practice.
It looked like a real life Marlin game. I mean,
it's funny because I've been to a Marlins game, but the Marlins game that I went to was against the Dodgers, and we were in the section where the Dodgers fans were, because my uncle was part of like a traveling
man, because of Cali, fool.
fan club.
West side in this bitch.
Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, so they're like part of like a traveling group.
Cult. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, of the Dodgers. So we were in that area, and that area was popping. I had a
Shit, it
great
was
time.
live
It
in
was
that bitch.
so much fun. But yeah, so yeah, I just felt like it was really funny seeing that, and I have yet to see the basketball games. I've only seen like behind the scenes things because of Taylor Rooks. If you guys don't know who Taylor Rooks is, she's been doing a lot of real cool things. She's with Bleacher Report, and she does like a vlog because she's in the bubble right now. She was a week that she couldn't leave her room for nothing. She's giving you guys a lot of like behind the scenes, and something that I feel that doesn't get talked about enough is, you know, women, particularly black women in sports. They don't get the respect that they deserve, as far as, because number one, their body, you know, people are going to say something because they look good, you know,
Or the other way around, unfortunately.
that they don't have it.
Yeah.
That they don't have the body. Like,
Right.
oh, she's on TV and she look like that. I feel that. But yeah, so I wanted to highlight that because I feel like it's important, and it also, it unfortunately, it that trickles down to other areas in media as well. You know, if a woman doesn't look a certain way, if she's not a certain height, if she's not a certain something, or if she looks good, they think that she's a hoe. So I'm sure that's something that she's going through, especially now that she's in the bubble. And if you don't know who she is, this girl could be a model.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's how beautiful she is. And she could be a thick model because shouty thick too. my dog got body. So I can just imagine like how it was in the beginning for her, you know, having the body that she has, and
Shit, it's like, I feel
being
like-
beautiful. And even like Carrie Champion, like if you think about like if we I'm only highlighting certain women because these are women that I actually look up to, because I always liked that. I always wanted to talk about sports. I wanted to, you know, here was when I was younger, I wanted to have my own it was a sports show, right? So check out the sports show that I was going to come out with. It was going to be a sports show. It was going to be basketball players mainly because that's who I really know. It was going to be me and the basketball players. They were going to come on the show. They were going to be my homies. And we would just talk about music, talk about basketball, you know, talk about stuff. It was basically the Ambition Hour podcast, but with basketball players, and which can still happen. Basketball players, if you want to come on the Ambition Hour podcast, speak to my management. Just kidding. You can email us though. The Ambition Hour podcast at gmail.com.
Hey.
And yeah, so I can just imagine like how it is for these women that are in there. I feel it because even myself, I go through that shit too. So shout out to everybody who's out there in the bubble.